Alright, it is currently Monday. It's later in the day. I'm a little sick if you can't hear it from my voice, but stuff still needs to get done, so grabbing the blue truck and the dump trailer, heading over to Pamps to fill that with metal, and then after that I'm going to work on Tony's bike. Okay, the goal is by the end of the week to have this whole place pretty much tore down. He added onto it. You can see right there, he added this part, and it's just falling apart. The roof blew off. This part, there was a roof right here. Stuff's falling over. This is all from when the shop that was originally right there at that shop burned down. So all these shelves are in there. Shelves, if I could bend them back straight, I honestly might take one or two of them, try to clean them up, because we need some in the other shop. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can get thrown into the recycling center. So let me just start. Okay, this is kind of hard because I don't want to throw that much crap away. So I'm kind of a hoarder, but there's like some hitches down here, some tools, because all of this was in the shop and then burned down, so we just brought it out here, made this and kind of shaded it, but it's all rusty and crap. But I got one shelf in. I'm gonna work on getting another one in now too. Okay, I got the second shelf in. I gotta pick up all the metal that it spilled because it fell over. Like, this is what I mean when this whole place is coming apart. Like, if I really tried right now, I could pull that whole thing down, because it's just not that sturdy. So we can clean up all this, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next. Probably throw that in, that one, and then yeah, we'll see. It's hot. It's like 100 degrees out right now. It's probably the worst time to do it. It's about 2 o'clock right now, so you know, hottest time of the day, and obviously it makes sense to go outside and pick up metal, but I'm gonna keep going at it. Okay, I was able to get that one down. I got most of the stuff out here. This thing is just so heavy. Even with all those drawers removed, I still can't even like budge it, so it's gonna have to wait. So I knocked that one down, got that one pulled out. I need to try to figure out how to lift that one in there, but trailer's getting pretty full right here at least. I mean, there's some more that can go in there for sure, but luckily I have a mini fridge now over at the play shop, and I think he has one water bottle in it, so I'm about to go grab that because it is really hot. So theoretically there should be, yes, one water. We are getting more. We're gonna get a water. I have a water case and Dr. Pepper's I need to go get from Walmart, so that's gonna be filled eventually. But got my water. I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break and then I'll get back out there. And also, just for reference, that took me 35 minutes, so it's not taking too long. It's just really hot. Okay, maybe I'll continue that later today, but it's time to start working on Tony's bike. First thing I'm gonna do is just strip it down, so plastic's off, rims off. Alright, I got it like all the way stripped down that I need to. Carburetor can come off now. Actually, I probably won't even pull that off because it ran pretty good. But new tires, new tubes, new sprocket, new chain, new spark plug, new oil filter. So there's some stuff to do. I'm gonna put some different grips on there because I don't, might not even do that honestly. So I'll figure something out, but I'm probably gonna go eat something because I haven't ate anything all day. Well, it's about 9:15, and put the new sprocket on. And then if you've ever done 110 tubes and tires, you know they're the hardest to do out of like all dirt bike tires. So the rear, I ordered 2 tubes per tire. And after struggling with the rear so much, we got it on, we got the tube in, we went to tear it up, it leaked. Pulled it off, put the second tube in, and it leaks. So pinched both of them, probably gonna take them to the motorcycle shop in town and just pay them to do it, because if they pinch it, they have to replace the tube for free. So it sucks, but we just don't have the tools. We have 4 tire irons, and then if you could see, I was kind of just throwing stuff because I was mad, but we were using pry bars and stuff. New sprocket looks good though, so I'm going home now. Okay, this morning I got my camera bag pretty much done. There's a few batteries still charging that I need to put in there, but besides that, my camera bag's done. Oh, I need to put some SD cards in there too, just in case. But I'm now grabbing the Toyota from the shop. I'm still from Joe, and I'm taking it to go get washed because I gotta take my driver's license test in it tomorrow at the DMV. So just want to get it all cleaned up and everything. We have some all-weather mats and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll see you at the car wash. Okay, I'm now at the car wash. I already paid and all that, so I can explain it a little bit more. Today is going to be a very busy day for getting stuff done. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before the race. A lot of stuff. Half for me and half for the whole race team needs to be done, like cleaning up the car, wiping it down, cleaning the panels, all that stuff. There's also, I need to pack, I need to make sure I have enough clothes. If not, I need to wash some clothes. So, but also I didn't think about it and scheduled my driving test 2 days before the race, so that's tomorrow. I think I'll pass, I hope. We're taking the littlest car that we have just so it makes it easier. And yeah, so once I get home, I'll kind of go over what needs to happen, and then I'll just start doing it. So yeah. Okay, propane is back on the trailer and hooked up and turned on. And we also picked up the driving suits from the dry cleaner, so I'm gonna put those in the gear bags and put those in the trailer too. Well, it's washed and we have some parts to put on with some little things before tomorrow, so let me start. One of the first things we have, driver and passenger floorboard mats. That already looks so much better, because somewhere around like right here there's a big old hole because our boots wore through the floor in it, so now it's covered and your boot doesn't get stuck. Passenger side installed as well, and rear is installed. Also in that time I found my AirPod that I lost like 2 months ago, and I bought a pair of AirPod Pros because I lost these ones. And as I was driving up the street in the car, I realized that my uncle who wrecked his Baja Bug has fully rebuilt it and is in town, so I'm gonna take my camera down there without him knowing and take some pictures and then send them to him. So that should be fun. Okay, just so you guys know, like reference, this is a waterfall cliff right here, and my uncle rolled down the hill like 3 times, crushing the roof onto the cage of the Baja Bug, and then he was unconscious in that water for around 4 minutes, just not knowing what to do. When he woke up, he was grabbing water bottles to keep him inside the vehicle and not float away, and he was trying to drive it out of the water. Obviously he could not, and the car was pretty destroyed, but let me show you the new look of it. Well, here's the new look of it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I cannot lie. So I'm gonna take some pictures that I could give to him, and then I'll head back up to the house. Okay, I just finished the Battle of Permit, and now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I need to go grab my grandpa's blue truck and get the hitch off it. So let me go do that. Okay, the trailer is hooked up. Now it's time to start mounting GoPros on the Pro R. Okay, I'm now currently pressure washing the ranch wagon, because this is gonna be how I get around and take pictures with Tommy. So Grandpa said just clean it up nice and then you can take it, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, the ranch wagon is right there again, all clean. Well, it is all clean now, it's just drying. Now I'm checking the tire pressure in the pit trailer tires, because that is getting towed out tonight.
My grandpa and my dad are leaving at 1 a.m. in the morning to hopefully get the best spot in all of Glen, Helen. Pretty much, you can see a lot of the track, and it's like really nice. So we try every year. There's this one other guy who tries, and we're hoping we beat him if we go at 1 a.m. this morning, because gates open at like 8, but then there's a line always. So yeah, let's get these tires checked and those tires checked, and then I already checked fluids on that as well. Okay, ranch wagon. Tires are aired up, fluids are checked. It is somewhat clean. The back is cleaned out. Besides fuel, which we'll get on the way, this thing's ready to go, so it can get loaded up when my dad gets home. Now it's time to check air pressure in the flat trailer and my grandpa's blue truck. Okay, I'm currently torquing the lug nuts, and then I'm going to get the live stream up and going just to make sure everything works well. So we had to push it outside so that the Starlink will reach. Okay, live stream test went well, besides one little thing, which is it's upside down, but I don't think there's a good way to fix it before the race, so I'll just have to show everybody how to turn it the other way around. And then we're also going to get gas for the ranch wagon and in my grandpa's motorhome, so let's go do that. Pit trailer's hooked up, putting gas in this and then putting the rest back in the pit trailer, and then the pit trailer will be ready to get locked up and go. Well, we're now trying to fix the trailer because my dad is going to leave it like 10 down. So I'm on top replacing that vent with that one because that one's broke. So now you can kind of truly see the size of that rig right there. So that's what my grandpa's towing up like 7, maybe 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And over there's the blue truck and the white trailer that's getting towed up like Friday. Okay, when Thursday morning, not too early, got ready, go drive a little bit beforehand, and then it's time to go take my driver's license test, so here we go. Okay, so I passed my driver's license test, whatever, so I'm a driver's license now, but yard is looking pretty empty, because a lot of stuff is gone, but I'm going to start wiping down the Pro R. My uncle should get here soon. My grandpa should be here soon. Then we could get it all buttoned up and loaded up and ready to go probably tomorrow morning. I still gotta talk to everybody. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the panels, the nets, and the plastics all cleaned up. Okay, it's not perfect, but there's the before. And then here's the after. Definitely looks a lot better. So, see this pile of crap? Let's try this. Okay, everything's cleaned up. There's some stuff like this, like it's like distress marks, but this magical stuff right here, SC1, see it? You see it better. It didn't work on the panel. Let me show you on something else. Okay, if you can see it, there's like streaks from the rag. No, there's no streaks, there's just scratches and swirls. So it kind of just glosses everything up. Then you take a little rag. Here we go. And just give it a tiny wipe down. Kind of coat it in it. It should work really good for this race because it kind of deflects mud. It sticks a lot to dust, but deflects mud, so yeah. Okay, if you can see behind me, it's kind of dark. This is the one downside to having a license. You got to run towards and do everything. So currently at Walmart, I was working on getting the Pro R ready to go. I need to put on one more panel. I'll show you guys the final look of it when it's all cleaned up and nice and wiped down. Then we gotta load up the truck, and we're gonna leave somewhat fairly early tomorrow morning and head out to Glen, Helen. So it should be fun. Dad and Mom will come later in the day after work, but me and Tommy, my grandpa, and my uncle will all head up there in the morning. So yeah. Alright, I had to stop and do another quick pit stop. I'm pretty sure customer came out to the shop a little bit later. And we're gonna start doing it to where we charge a little bit more to get them back on the road the same day. So, or it's from my brother, I'm not too sure. I had to pick up some AC flush from O'Reilly's. I'm gonna run it out there, then I'm gonna head home with one more order.
It's currently like 11 o'clock. I forgot the GoPro in the car. We gotta get up really early in the morning, like 6 o'clock, so yeah. Alright, it's currently like 7 o'clock and we're gonna head out. I gotta grab my sunglasses, but it's about time we head out and finally make it to Glen Helen Raceway. Alright, well, we made it. That's the nice camping spot. Here's part of the course. Big old sweep and turn. I think they still need to cut more course because I can't figure out how this connects, but well, we came to Burt's and then they didn't end up having the brakes for the Pro R, so now we got to go somewhere else. Alright, well, we drove 45 minutes to Burt's Mega Mall and then they didn't end up having them, so now we're driving an hour and 40 minutes to Temecula Motorsports, and then back to Glen Helen is like another hour, so it's a 2 hour and 40 minute round trip, and we got a check time at 7. Alright, what feels forever, we are now here at Temecula Motorsports. Alright guys, we now have the trailer set up outside. If you can see, we have two big old tents. My grandpa's RV is right there with the awning out, and then the race cars over there. I'll show you a better view right in a second, but it's hot out here, and we have the AC going. We have a fan right there, but I just wanted to update you guys because I don't know what the last thing I recorded was. Okay, my grandpa said we can't take the ranch wagon because he's going to, so me and Tommy are walking clear across Glen Helen to the short course. All right, we made it. Monitor, video camera, picture camera. Oh, they're starting. All right, we made it back. It's 11 o'clock and we gotta get up at like 6:30 again, so we're going to bed after we shower. Well, Tommy was being fat, and look what he just found in the cheese box. We should sell that on eBay. We're currently out at qualifying. I'm only over here right now because we need Tommy's band, but for the races he'll be out here too doing video, so best 11 time. Alright guys, it's kind of 10:08. I've been sucking at updating you guys with all the stuff happening. Qualifying went good. Pop qualified 9th overall, 3rd in class, our 3rd in between the trophy trucks and the one cars. Uncle Perm qualified 3rd in class. Pop qualified 5th in class. But they started Uncle Perm 4th lap in the dust, hit a rock, blew apart a wheel, like completely snapped it in half basically. So he ended up parking it for that race. Threw on the new wheel set. Pop went out, ran it in the big car class. Obviously it just doesn't have that much power, so it didn't really go too well. My dad might be driving it tomorrow, just because my grandpa didn't like the way it felt and he doesn't want to risk anything, so my grandpa might be driving it, or my dad might be driving it tomorrow. Maybe riding in the morning. There's 2 laps for a side lap in case you didn't drive yesterday. So I'll be driving one lap, my brother will be driving one lap. Tommy rode with my grandpa. I'll let him tell you tomorrow what happened if he wants to. If not, well, you won't know. And then yeah, besides that, I should be able to keep you guys way more updated tomorrow. So I'm going to bed. We gotta wake up early again, so see you guys in the morning. Well, it's currently Monday. I didn't record a single thing yesterday, I don't think. I can't really remember it too well. Didn't go so well yesterday. I got to drive a lap. It was super fun. Now I got the itch to drive again, and I want a race car. But I drove a lap, my brother drove a lap. We brought it in, and Uncle Perm went out for the UTV race. And he was running good, and like lap 3, a rear brake line broke, and he pretty much lost all brakes. And he just had to take it slow and just putt to the finish, so at least we finished the heat.
which actually turned out to be a good thing because the 2 leaders of our class ended up breaking on day 2 because they pushed their cars too hard on day 1. So we ended up with a win in that class, and then in the open class, with that brake, we JB welded it to plug it and be able to create pressure for at least 3 of the brakes to work. And we didn't know how long that was going to hold for, so my grandpa didn't really feel comfortable, and it wasn't worth it to him to go race it knowing that the brakes could lose. My dad was like, well, I want to go race and see what I could do in the Pro R, so I'm gonna go drive. So I rode with him, and we got about, I don't know, I'd say 3/4 of the way through that, if not more. Well, in the beginning, first 3 corners, it felt like the car was sliding a lot more than it should be, and it wasn't pulling, like it wasn't in full drive. But both screens and the switch said it was in full drive, so we're like, well, maybe it's just super slick today. Turns out it wasn't. The switch is like, it's electronic, so something probably got messed up. And on the back, one of the back jumps, the wheels spun in the air, and those cars have so much power that it snaps the axles if it's just 2-wheel drive. So I ended up snapping an axle. So we just took it back to camp and loaded up and headed home yesterday. So didn't go how we wanted. We still got a win, which is good, but just didn't go how we wanted this weekend to go. So this will be it for this video. I have another SD card. I gotta go head out and do some things today, so I'm gonna switch to the next week's video.